Now it's loading.
Okay, meeting's on.
Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the Hucolo Saturday webinar with Jim Charles today. Today is Saturday, February 15th, 2020. Sorry we're a little late, but we're ready to rock. And do we want to start with announcements?
Yes, I'm going to do some announcements first.
Okay, let's talk about the white magic class and the workshop.
Okay, the white magic class is on the 6th and 7th of March from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means that it will be in the morning. It'll be like 10:30 in the morning for Australia, different places. It should be able to be worked out with the people on the other side of the world and also those people in the United States that still want to take it. The European group will probably not take that because it'll be the middle of the night. So this white class is the same as the other white magic class, except that we're doing this for the other side of the world now. So if you're in New Zealand, Australia, Japan, those areas, and you still want to take the white magic class, very good. We're still taking entrance applications and stuff. Call Angie. What's your number? Her email?
aspeed6456@gmail.com.
And also anyone in the United States that still wanted to take it from 6:30 to 9:30 should be okay as well. So that will be March 6th, which is a Friday, and March 7th, which is a Saturday here in the United States. But it will be Saturday and Sunday for those that are in the other side of the world. So that's how we worked it out. So hello.
So Jim, I have some light language coming through the white magic class, if you allow.
Go ahead.
And so apparently this is for people who are still on the fence.
Very good. They didn't give me an interpretation for that. That's interesting.
Okay, so then the correct people will hear it and will understand.
Correct.
And will help you decide yes or no.
All right. Excellent. Also, the other thing is we have the dates secured now for the workshop for this summer. It's August 12th through the 17th. Is that correct? The 12th is an early date. If you want to come a day early, it's $25 a room. So this year we have plenty of places for you to stay. So also this year the cabins will have restrooms and showers in them, 2 each, and the bonfire area has chairs all around it, and there is a place for swimming and boating. So it's a really nice place. You'll like it a lot. And I just feel very comfortable there. So we are really looking forward to that. So
The actual workshop dates are the 13th to the 17th.
the actual workshop dates are 13th through 17th. The 12th is the early day. But we also secured it for the 12th. So, and the total cost will be $575, which is good because that includes food, all the classes, sleeping arrangements, and it should be more comfortable for everybody this year because we can spread people out. So it would be really nice to see as many of you as possible. It's also, each cabin has ramps, and it's much nicer. It's much more modern. So it's a beautiful thing. We're very happy to to be going there.
Okay, my turn.
Oh, yes.
So if you are interested in registering for that, again, aspeed6456@gmail.com, and I will get all the information out to you.
We already have some people registered already. So that's fast. So, but thank you. And they're not even from the United States. So we have people registered from Slovenia already. So it's really a wonderful thing. I'm really looking forward. And guess what? Max is going to be there this year. He wasn't there the last couple years, but he is coming this year. So for those that want to see Max as well, he will also be there this year. So that's a good thing. Any other news that we can report?
We can report on our book.
Oh, yes.
From the Galaxy with Love, a Lightworkers textbook, which is available on Amazon.com, and you can also get an audio version on Amazon as well as Audible.com
And Kindle.
and Kindle.
So it's out there. Thank you for all of you who have read it and sent in comments and a review. We really appreciate that. The reviews have been really wonderful. Thank you very much. And so we just recently, we had a small surge of people starting to buy the book again. So must be because of the Kevin Moore show. That's my only thought. So anyway, it is time for us to see who's going to do the blessings.
Okay, I do have the list. So if we want to start with blessings, we're all ready to go with that.
And also get your thoughts in mind for who you want to come through. We didn't do that yet either.
Oh, okay. So do we have any requests on who we want to come through?
Anybody?
Elijah.
Elijah?
Isis.
Isis?
Tucker.
Takur?
Lakesh.
Who?
Lakesh.
Lakesh.
And Uriel?
Uriel.
And I guess that's it.
Okay. If there's any out there on YouTube land or that want to request, just write it in and we'll try to get that on. Okay?
Okay, so it sounds like we're ready to do blessings now.
Yes.
We're going to start with Barbara.
Okay.
Who wants to speak? I don't know. They're not saying their name. Just saying, Jim.
Okay.
Barbara.
Barbara, you want to come up? The microphone is right here. Blessings to you, my children. There are many changes coming for you. Many of you will love these changes and some of you will not. But they are those that will wake up the majority of the world and bring them into an understanding that they must decide between negativity and positivity as it stands now.
Okay, great. And next I have, let's do Will, since he's in the room there.
Here's the microphone.
All right, I'll come over here. Artitiska ishayat arona haska yata artiska arhuchi urna hataska iriata urt kainana arshai iska ta arhanatucha arwatiti charna heseya yakatachitia sanacharwaya
𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪�ึ
Hucolo Shaya Naskana Atiara Sahanayaka Shahasa Sanidia Yarahosanana Shayaka.
The spirit is pushing and pulling the world into revelation, into change, into aggravated thought processes, only because there is a great purge coming within each of us. There is a great understanding that has not been proclaimed for a great while that is coming to each of us. The world is changing. The atmosphere is changing, and the ways of the world are becoming darker and lighter all at once. Be aware that within this time, many people will make decisions, change their minds, and redecide, because there is so much confusion in the world today. Bring forth your understanding to God and give it to Him, for only He will be able to decipher it in your mind in the most positive and correct way.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Will. And next we'll take Deb.
Ai saki una usai kua sanangita una iko suniata tiawaka I suno e kai tu suno e kaita ni sani kwa iata tiawa. Namaste.
Beautiful. Right now, all hearts are becoming disturbed because they are looking and listening for a greater reason, for a greater hope, for a greater love. They are awakening at a greater rate because God is more present in this realm than He has been for a great while. He is with you in a stronger capacity.
Oh, that was nice. Don?
Tuana Chikatana Kotora Katishinka Bo Tia Katana Eukuto Rakatishka Roch Nanana Kotinta to Ara Kotorum to Kiki Tanamakaha.
Let grace and love be your guide. There are many outside this world that wish to be a part of and friendships with you, but that it cannot be until the world changes and opens its eyes to the reality of what truly is.
Okay, that does it for the blessings.
Wow. Interesting blessings today. Very interesting. All right, so can you read me the list of who was requested?
I didn't make the list.
Oh, okay.
I have the list here.
Okay.
Elijah, Isis, Takur, Lakesh, and Uriel.
Okay. Is there any to add to that? There are some here that are not on that list.
Okay, Yahyel from YouTube.
Okay, Zadkiel. I know who that is.
Jim,
Yes?
Leela requested Fendorians.
Fendorians. Spiricos. All right. Let's see who comes through. All right.
Okay.
Much
Thank
love,
you.
everybody. And thank you for your patience. We were running a little bit late, but the link wasn't working quite right. So we fixed it. So it was good. All right. Very good. Much love to everyone. Have a good session. Greetings, I am Elijah. I have come to tell you today that God is lifting up each and every one of your hearts. You are feeling a great deal of changes coming around you. Some of you are going up and down, but let that purity of God come through. Let his love shine in you. Let it lift you up. So many of you are in the darkness when it comes to how to feel and why you're feeling what you feel. But I can tell you that God wants to now raise you up and bring you into a greater understanding of who you are. Do not be put down by the way of the world. Do not let the world judge you, or do not judge the world, because judge not lest you be judged. And if you put your judgments out there, they will come back on you, believe me. So listen, be aware, but do not put your anger out there for people to see, because it is not a good witness. It is not a good example. So keep your anger with God. Talk to him. Ask him why you're feeling what you're feeling. Ask him how to deal with it, because there are some angers that are justified, and you may feel justified. But in the political realms and in the realms where it is just separating people, it's not justified. All as your anger is doing out there is separating. If you're taking sides with one or the other, you're separating. You are not uniting. This is a time of unification. This is a time when we must come together. This is a time when we must think as a spiritual being and know that God wants us to pray instead of react on some of these stages. This is a time when if you speak, you must speak out of understanding, love, and not judgment. Speak with your heart, but do not speak where it separates the crowd, not into different groups. It's already separated enough. It's already pulled apart. This entire world is pulled apart. Europe pulled apart by whatever it is, that group that's trying to separate themselves from each other, and the United States pulled apart by the different Republican and Democratic decisions and outlooks. The world is pulled apart by all the different things that are happening, the fires, the things, everyone has a different opinion, and they want their opinion to be heard. When you make an opinion, make it the opinion of God. Make it the opinion that must unify the world. Make it the opinion that must unify you and your families. This is tearing apart families, friends, organizations. It should not be doing that. What should happen is God and his love should be coming to you and helping you to unify your families, your friends, your organizations. This is a time of great upheaval in the land, great upheaval in the world, but there will be change coming. Many, many changes are coming, and more people will be awakened to the truth or to the decision of the truth. This is a time of change, of opportunity. This is a time when you can shine by unifying, by becoming the glue that holds things together, by loving where people are hating, by bringing people together with the love of God and not tearing them apart with social decisions and opinions. Oh, you may think you are right about everything that you know. You may say, oh, this man is good, this man is bad, this is man, I know for sure. But that isn't what God is wanting you to voice. He wants you to say, let's come together. Let's see what we can do as a people. Let's see what we can do as a nation. Let's see what we can do as friends. Let's see what we can do as lovers of God. Let's see what we can do as unifiers of the world. It's time to heal. It is time to come together. It is time to unify. Please be of one heart with God. Let him make your decisions for what to say. Before you say anything that will be destructive, ask God to temper and guide you in your voice. Brighten your chakra for communication and let truth come through. And that truth is, we need to unify and not divide. Not divide. I love you, my children. God loves you. We are here together. God is with me to help you learn and understand. For it is his word and not mine that stands forever. But he has given me, I don't even know what it is that he has given me, but it is something that must be said. A mission, perhaps, a thought process, an illumination. Brighten yourself with it. Learn to love in a greater way. Turn aside the hate. Turn aside those things that are troubling in your heart. Even with your families and friends, it's time to look at things differently instead of the same old way. The same old way will bring the same old results. The same old way will bring the same old and unsatisfactory results. I love you. I reach out to you. Come to God and unify. That is the message of God for today. It is the message that he wants you to hear very clearly on this day. Because many of you are separated. Your families are torn apart. Your ideas and opinions are on each end of the spectrum. Do not let it stay that way. Much love to you, my children. God bless you and keep you. And a prayer, he says, is this. Matuturia asenzivasanjend. Pacham javdieta and jiviritieta more. Aliangeo sensivishi. Kudnote koasasumana. Kivrenzian jovaditieta. Kumbatatreg giga. Amen.
Elijah, will you be taking any questions?
Are there questions there?
We do have two questions.
I will take 2 questions.
Okay, we have a question from Kathy.
Thank you for that beautiful message, Elijah. That was wonderful for you to come and talk to us today. Thank you.
Thank you.
My question is in regards to you were speaking about the separation. There's a lot of misinformation going on right now about the coronavirus. I wonder if you can speak about that a little bit and maybe give us some clarity on what is true and what is not.
The reason why there is not clarity on this virus is because that is the way it's meant to be at the moment. The truth about the virus is that it is a very dangerous virus and that the numbers are not correct. Just pray and protect yourself with God's immunity and love. As I mentioned before, it is possible to walk into a room full of sickness and not get sick. Do not be afraid to stand firm and do the things that you must do. Do not be afraid to go where God tells you to go. This coronavirus is only one of those things that is causing great fear within humanity and makes them want to stop what they're doing. Do not be stopped by something that God has control of.
Okay, thank you. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
that. Blessings.
Blessings to you.
Don, do you want to ask the question from YouTube?
Yes, I can ask a question. Okay, this is from Luau. My question for Elijah is, a friend of mine says his spirit guide wishes to reach out to me. Can you tell me who this is, and or can you best tune into into that being's frequency to communicate? Thank you.
I can do the latter. I can already sense the frequency. This frequency is one of understanding and compassion and love. But remember, it must come through purely for that to be spoken. Sometimes individuals get in the way of their spirit guides and stand in front of them and tell them what to say. Let your spirit guides speak purely from their own hearts and do not get in the way of their message because it will be tarnished. That particular spirit guide wants to say something important, but whoever is speaking is not letting them say all that is to be said.
Okay, thank you.
And I will bring someone through.
Thank you, Elijah.
Thank you for those questions. Those were good questions. Remember to let your spirit guides or the Spirit of God come through in a pure way, and don't get in your own way by trying to tell God what his will is for your life. Let him tell you what his will is for your life. Because guess what? His will for your life is greater than what you can possibly imagine for yourself. Greater than you can imagine for yourself. So get out of your own ways and let God lead. Wonderful. Have a wonderful day. I am Ptah. Yes, I am from some of the councils that are out here. I was also part of your world at one time, in the Egyptian culture. Some may remember me, others not. I have to come through today to let you know that there is a great movement out here, watching every movement that you make as a species, and how you are creating your timeline, and how you are creating your future. Be aware that there is much outside influence happening, good and bad. But your influence needs to be wholeheartedly in the direction of spirit. I am the one to take questions, for I know what I speak of. And we are together out here, guiding and directing, as well as God. But we only follow his direction. Power can get to some people's heads. Power can get to some people's hearts. And that's when it's dangerous. Head power can sometimes be controlled, but when it reaches the heart and crazes the heart with desire for power, then it becomes a greater destructive force. Is there questions out there?
Yes, we do have some questions. The first question is from Leela.
Blessings, blessings. You came instead of Isis, looks like.
Yes.
You know, her aspects are going to be withdrawn in 7 years, and I am her aspect, and I would like to know what exactly is that mean to those who are aspects of her.
Aspects of any being means that there's a portion of their thought process or their spirit within that individual, meaning that that gives them a greater power or understanding for their own personal mission. In your case, it may be healing. In other people's case, it may be her more intellectual thoughts or her spiritual aspect of thought. So there may be different kinds of aspects given for each and individual person so that they can more understand their purpose, more understand their leading or their leaning toward a certain greater understanding. Also, it is also given to their greatest excitement so that they can actually draw closer to it.
But when they're going to be withdrawing the energy of Isis from the aspect,
already have known all the things that you had.
Okay, it's already downloaded, so everything goes to her. So can you tell me, please, about her coming to Gaia in 7 years? Anything, some secrets?
When people such as Isis come to a realm, it changes the people all around them, and sometimes nations, because they are able to speak in a way that many understand, because that is the importance of certain people coming to this realm, is for understanding and bringing forth a unity of understanding. So therefore, when she comes, that will also be part of who she is. Her presence will be noticed.
Also, that means she would be recognized as Isis, as the goddess mother.
She will be recognized, but they will not know who she is at first.
Right, makes sense. You know, my connection to Horus, I don't have any memories. Can you refresh my memories, please?
Your connection to her is
Horus.
going-
To her also, and Horus, her son.
Yes, Horus. And you
Oh.
were, yes, you were
Okay.
in that era. You were in that era, and you know that you were. You were
No.
close to her in some way. I am not supposed to speak about your relationship as much as I am supposed to speak about your coming relationship. She will see you once again. You will know when she is here. She will come as a child, but she will grow up quickly in front of you.
So I will see her in this life. I will connect with her in 7
Yes.
years. Perfect. So we have a mission together.
In some way.
I understand completely. And my is any connection to Horus, her son? Can you? Is that?
You are connected to Horus through her.
Okay,
but
I
Horus
understand.
Is not here he is not coming to
I know.
populate a body, but he will definitely be here in spirit, in his great understanding of what is happening, and you will connect with him.
Wonderful. You know,
Spiritual realm.
I had a dream, very interesting dream, and I don't understand. I connect telepathically with a male from the constellation Taurus. You know, and
Yes.
he showed me the constellation in my mind telepathically, and we had conversation. Was that a real person who connected to me in my dream?
That was someone from that area, yes. And it was from that council.
And what did they want it? Is there any idea?
Well, if you could not tell by their conversation, I cannot tell you.
I know the conversation, but it was stopped.
It will continue at some point.
It was
But
very.
you must understand it for yourself. No one can tell you.
So I will meet Isis in this life? I can't believe it. Is that for real? Are you not kidding me?
Why would I say something that I did not mean?
Because I don't believe that will happen anyway.
That is up to you to believe or not to believe.
Right. I will have to, I want to. So blessing, and I'm really, really excited. And thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
I love you. Thank you.
Next,
Very good.
Next, we have a question from Safira.
Hello, Ptah.
Yes.
Do we know each other in the fourth dimensional realm?
Yes.
Okay. Are you in the Pleiadian? Are you from Pleiades, or when you say part of
No.
the?
I'm not from the Pleiades. I'm from Orion.
Okay. So my question is, there's all kinds of different information about ascension and about first contact. Some say that we are so far away from first contact because our consciousness is nowhere near ready to receive it. And some say we are, and some say the ascension is just like something to keep us busy and keep us on our toes, keep us good, because we're actually already ascended in our soul. So can you please talk about first contact and ascension a little bit, please? I would appreciate that. We would all.
Like an ascended being.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Do you feel like an ascended being?
In my 3D form, no, but my soul would normally be, I thought. I'm not sure.
Do you feel like an ascended being?
In my 3D form, no.
Then you are not. The ascension has not yet occurred for you, and for many. There are some out there that will feel it differently, but it has not happened on this realm. It is coming, and you asked a good question. There are so many different aspects to it and so many different words that people put to it, but you must feel within yourself what is happening. Feel yourself rise into an ascended being. If you do not feel that ascension, if you do not feel the equivalence of a higher dimension within you, then you have not gone there yet. And there are many different things happening on your world, and you are creating timelines at such a fast pace that who's to keep clear when the next great thing will arrive, except for the fact that the next great thing will arrive, but you haven't decided what it is yet. The thing is also this, that great thing will happen soon because of the quickness of your thought processes, the quickness of your wanting things to happen, the aspect that this society wants change so badly. They are creating change at a speed that is unlike any other time in history. Be prepared, because what you have created for yourself is coming. What you have created for this planet will be here soon. You have not much time left.
Thank you. Do you mean?
What I mean is what I said.
No, I know, I understand. I just want to expand that a little bit.
All right.
As far as first contact is concerned, that we are
First contact is in that realm, but you are creating something different first. Many of you are creating change that does not include that of this nature out here. You are creating a change within yourselves, within your society, within your planet, within your nature, within Gaia. That will be the first change that must come.
I see. Some people say that the apocalypse is over, that we've passed that timeline. Is that true?
What is apocalypse?
That
You know apocalypse. They don't know apocalypse. They say things have passed. Some things that were apocalypse have passed, but other things that you call apocalypse have not passed.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll leave it for other questions.
And I can be more specific than that. The war that they call Armageddon.
Yes.
They say that has passed. To some degree, it has. But there will be something in its place.
I see. But could the human consciousness make a decision that that's not going to happen, or is it too late for that train?
No, the human consciousness can do what it will. It is already creating the future. And you will see that very shortly.
It's not sure the way you're saying it. It could be a horrible future.
I cannot tell you the future. You cannot guess it. And so it is not something for you to know. Or anyone.
Okay. Thank you, Ptah. Thank you. Blessings.
Ptah.
Ptah. Thank you.
Next, we have a question from Michelle Mullet.
Yes.
Hi, Ptah. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
We have a Monday night healing group, and for the past few weeks have been focusing our energies, sending healing to the planet, to the universe, and to Ashtar Command to help with the raging wars going on like above our heads. On behalf of the group, could you give me an update on what difference that is making and what kind of impact we're having? I saw the number 223 yesterday, like excuse me, like a healing miracle is imminent is what it means. So could you give me an update so I can pass it on? Yes.
Yes, you're doing a good job of sending great energy out to the world, but remember this. Send healing energy to the minds that are corrupt and that are not thinking properly, because you're sending energy to places that do need healing. You're sending energy to places that are receiving it. These corrupt minds are not, because they do not want to receive healing. They do not want to receive this positive energy. You must gather together and send out to those that don't even want to receive this healing energy, because those are the ones that are quickly bringing the world to decision. Many of the ones that are positive and negative are deciding together. And when you have positivity and negativity deciding on the future together, you're going to get a great mishmash of things happening. And that is what's happening. Pray solemnly. Your 223 is valid. There are some out there that will be actually healed, and that is what that is speaking of. But there will be some that reject it. And you have to understand that there will be those that have free will that will reject all healing, all understanding of good and peace and understanding. So redirect yourself for not only those that will accept it, but to break down the walls of those that won't. Thank you. You are doing a good job.
Thank you.
It is a very noble thing. Healing is so necessary at this time. So very necessary. And there are so many kinds of healing. There's mental healing, there's spiritual healing, and there's physical healing. Emotional healing, all kinds. This world is full of people that need healed. There's no question. Keep doing the work that you are doing and sending out that healing energy. The rest of you should join in sending healing energy out where you all have it. Let me speak to the gifts of all of you. The gifts of all of you are coming into play now. There are great healers out there. There are great psychics out there. There are channelers. There are empaths. There are whatever out there that need to express their mission now. God is helping you, opening up the things of your mind and spirit that were closed before. Let things open. Let healing go. Send it out. Remember, when you use your energies, they get stronger. When you use your energies, they filter through and become greater within you and open up other areas. So as you use your healing energy, even though you don't feel it or you don't sense it, some of you, do it anyway and keep yourself energized and keep the energy coming in, because everyone has gifts. You may say, no, I don't. Yes, you do. Absolutely. Thank you.
Next, we have a question from Reinhard.
Yes.
Greetings, Rita. I have a question. Do I have an aspect from the Egyptian time? And if yes, who would it be? I would be help me to know it. Thank you.
Actually, it's me.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
I've given you an aspect of myself. You will remember flying. Do you have dreams of flying?
I hear that there was an aviator in my line.
Yes, that was me.
That was you.
Yes.
Thank you.
The dreams of flying that you have are from me and the craft that I had on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yes.
Thank you.
Next, we have a question from Elena.
Hello, Ptah.
Yes.
We know each other well, very well.
Yes.
I am really happy to see that more and more we're going close to some kind of point of not really a resolution, but maybe like a trigger to many to open up finally, because people are sleeping. They are just doing nothing, and this makes me a little bit angry, but at the same time, it helps us develop more quicker, because we see that we have to put in more effort, because others are sleeping and doing nothing. But here you gave good advices to many. I would I wouldn't say that a lifetime is enough for everything that will take place as a change on our planet, but in this lifetime that we have, I would be happy to have very good communication with every one and each of you, and support in order to be the best version of ourselves in this moment, because it's a very important one.
Open yourself to it and you will have it. And
Yes.
don't get you. It is that people say, "Oh, I don't feel it," but you don't need to feel it to have it.
Yeah.
You need to, but you can express it even without feeling it or knowing it. You already express the knowledge and love and understanding that is necessary for you to grow and expand and be who you are. The next stages might be that you may feel something. But let me tell you something. These people that you need for them to open their eyes, this will come in stages. The first stage, many will open their eyes, then the second more, and the third more, until it comes to the optimum. The rest will not open their eyes by choice. But there will be chances for many more than once.
My idea here is, should we just put them aside and not put energy in the ones that we see that does not have desire to?
Yes.
Yes, because it's a sad thing, actually. It's a sad thing. It's not really giving up, but it's just not losing precious energy, probably, at this moment right now.
Use your energy wisely at this time.
Yeah.
So put your energies in the positivity and not in the getting angry with other. That will not help anything. If you put your energies into the negativity, it will just bring more negativity. However, if you put your energies in the positive realm, in the upper echelons of that, will coming down and start mixing with you.
It's not really negativity. It's more like a forced positive energy to make things happen a little bit quicker. But it's some people just need this in order to have a quicker reaction, because, as I say, everyone are sleeping nowadays very, very deeply.
Believe me, changes are coming quickly.
I know. I cannot wait to be part of it. As I see many awaken, as well, and we immediately see we recognize our souls and spirits. This is amazing.
Let me tell you this. There are some of you out there that think that you are wide awake, but your spirits will be even more awakened by what you want for yourself and for God. You will be even more wide awake at some point, greater than you are now, because you will be purged. You will be, the negativity will be taken, because that is what you have prayed for. That is what you want, and that is what you ask of God. And during these times of awakenings for others, you will also awaken more and understand more and become deeper involved in the truth. Because the truth is deep. There's not a shallow pond, but it's a deep ocean.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Next we have a question from Temple.
Temple.
Hi, Ptah. I have a question for you. I was just wondering if there is something more than the Sun Festival that's going to be happening soon with Abu Simbel, because I've had a lot of people come to me and say that they've either meditated and it's been in their meditation, or it's been on their mind lately. And so I thought I would ask if you knew
That would be the festival you're talking about.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was something more than that. Like, why is it on everybody's minds lately?
It is more than that because the great amount of us out here in Orion, in the Pleiades, in Fendorian, Arcturian space, we are all sending those thoughts to you to be aware that we are all here for you. The other thing is you are each and individually going to experience us in a different way. And that is something that is not a festival, but is something very sacred and individualized. So that is why they are thinking of this.
Oh, okay. So maybe the people who have all come to me, I guess we're all kind of a collective that are going to be working with you guys in some way.
We will work together, and you will see. I am not saying that there will be another festival, but I do see that there will be a meeting in the realm with us all, and that we will discuss many things.
Oh, wonderful. Because I was also looking up, trying to do some research on it, and somebody had written a paper a long time ago about, I don't know what the walkway is called, but the walkway with all the statues. I don't know if those are Ramses statues or who they are before you get to the seated ones. It was something about the heart, the road of the heart, or the something of the heart. And I just wanted, do you know if that's actually true? If that has any symbolism in there?
Yes, it does have great symbolism, but it has changed through the ages. As time goes on, different meanings have been put onto it. And the original meaning of it was that your love and affection should be guided to these people as leaders, as your spiritual guides. And they were spiritual guides to the people, and the people did give them their hearts in many cases. But what it is now is that spiritual guide, that spiritual heart should go to God and not to the individuals. Because the thing is, it was hard you have to understand the time in the Egyptian time, in the Sumerian time, in the Atlantean times, getting all the people on the same page, as you call it, was not easy. But when they could see someone standing in front of them, it was much easier for them to get on board with one thought process. So they give the heart to the individual, and that individual would give their try to give their uniqueness to God.
Okay.
And so we're worshipped, but actually giving their praise to God because the people were united.
Okay, that makes sense. And then when I was before people were coming to me and telling me this, I was doing a meditation, and I was confused because I ended up there in my meditation, and normally I have somebody, like a guide or somebody with me. Normally it's Horus who hangs out with me, and nobody was there. And so it was confusing, but then the floor dropped out right in front of the statue, the seated gods. The floor dropped out, and so I walked down the steps, and it was this empty room. And I was so confused that my human brain was asking all these questions, and then I jumped out of it. And so I was wondering if it was supposed to be like a Stargate or a portal, and I was just supposed to unlock it, but the human got in the way, and so it didn't happen.
Well, the floor dropped out, and you went into an empty chamber. This chamber has many doors, and yes, it is a porthole, but it is to different places. It's not just to one place, but many. So you had to choose the door, but you did not even get a chance to see the doors.
I did.
So as you are in the chamber, it looked empty because the doors are all of the same color as the room. So it looked empty, but there are many doors there to many different places.
Okay, and was one of them the halls of Amente?
Yes.
Okay, so that makes sense then, because Ra was talking about telling me that I should visit the halls of Amente more and do more work there, because 𝗪𝗡𝗡𝗧 was created in the halls of Amente. And so that's what I was thinking. Okay, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to
welcome.
talk to you. I appreciate it.
Third door to the left.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Yes, there's a question in the room.
You need the mic.
Well, there's a mic here.
Ptah, you mentioned earlier that to stay energized.
Yes.
And my question is about sexual energy.
Yes.
And so does it help, let's say, to abstain from sex in the way of discharging or having an orgasm? Does it help? Or even if you're having nocturnal emissions, you know, that it's coming out anyways.
Yes.
Is there a difference or it's the same?
Well,
how's that energy harnessed?
Let me tell you this. The human body, the human spirit, and the spirits of many other species have the same energy, the same kind of sexualities. Let me tell you that sexuality is not wrong, and that it is a natural function and must be expressed. To restrain from it is actually unhealthy, because you are actually, for males, it's a prostate problem. So it is have a healthy prostate. Emissions should be 28 times a month or something like that. Some ungodly number that you wouldn't even expect. But
happy to hear.
So the thing is, these can be also given in great thought and ritual to God as you are giving yourself over to others or into this energy. It does not have to be negative. It can be very positive. It can be very enlightening. It can actually lift your spirits and bring you into a state of meditation. There's ways to do it with sexuality. Now, I'm not going to train that here, nor is it my purpose to do that. But it is that you don't have to worry about that. Do not worry that God is looking negatively at these things. And I don't even want to mention them because some people get offended. But you know what I speak of. And these are natural things. And these are things that God knows are human, or Yahyel, or gray, or whatever, Pleiadian. These are things that are part of the species, and they must not be looked at as negative, because God created them, and God wants you to look at them in a positive way. And the energy of it is not, it is uplifting, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, then enjoy it.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
It is not a negative energy. You're welcome.
Next, we have a question from Leela.
Yes.
Now I am unmuted. I would like to know first blessing from dragons from Gaia to the dragons in Orion. Now I know that you're in Orion, so I'm really excited. Can you tell me if the dragon children are around me during my work?
If you want them to be, yes, and they actually come, and you're not paying any attention. Children like attention, so sometimes you're not giving them any attention, so they go. But they are around sometimes.
What can I do how do I pay attention if I cannot see them?
Well, you will feel their energy. I think sometimes you feel the dragon energy around you and the different energies that are around you all the time. So just say, oh, I know you're here, and give them a little attention. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm. I feel them on my lap, but I just don't know if that's for real.
Well, I don't know if it is either, because I'm not there.
Okay.
But I can tell you if you pay a little attention. I know that they're telling me that they do come, but they don't get much attention, so they don't stay.
Because I don't see it. So you are the God of creation, like a creator being of a creation. That's fascinating.
That's what the title they gave me, but God is the God of creation. I was given that title and I used it for my benefit, for the uniting of the people.
What did you create? Did you had any special creation during that time in Old Egypt?
Well, I did do some things that were out of the ordinary, yes, but I don't want to tell you all those things. But I did sit on a chair that was able to fly, and I would move over the kingdom and look at the empire, whatever you want to call it, and look at the people, and they would see me flying around in my chair. So that is one thing. I did want to check to make sure that there was not rioting, that there was people were getting enough food, that people were getting shelters and things of this nature. So I would fly around and check on things. And then at some point I would send people out to give clothing or shelter or whatever to some of the people there.
During that time, what dimension did you live? All the gods lived. It was for sure not the third dimension, right?
But we were in the third dimension. We were able to come back down through into the third dimension. We have ways to come backwards into third dimension. We were in higher dimensions, yes, fifth, fourth.
Right. So
mostly.
So the Great Pyramid of Giza, who was built by Thoth, was already there?
There were several things that were already here. I don't want to give
I know. It's all secret. I know. Sphinx
it's not
was there.
for me to say what was there, because you have to discover that in your own historical values and put the pieces together so that you can unlock the puzzle of Giza.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, next we have a question from Alan.
Greetings, Ptah. I was just wanted to ask if I had an aspect from ancient times you were in Egypt, that whole group, because I'm not.
Let me tell you this, and this is for you and for all listening. Many of you, in fact, most of you, have now a connection to the ancient Egypt time. The reason why you are back at this point is to bring energy to this realm, to this third dimension, to this ascension, to this evolution. And so, yes, you were definitely there, and you feel it. You've seen it in yourself. When you looked in your eyes, you saw it, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't know if I saw, sometimes I look, and when I'm looking, like, sometimes I feel like I don't know.
Yes, you are seeing it. You see the evidences of being there, of the Egyptian time. Many of you will look in the mirror and for one moment see yourself in the Egyptian time. See that face. See that that moment. See the eyes. You will relate to it and feel that energy. Many of you have done that already. You have done it, but you were like, what is that? And so you tried not to really look into that too much, but your eyes are reflective of Egyptian times. And you were there, and you did know all of us.
Okay. And yeah, guess I won't know. I'll try to think.
I'm
I'll
not
try to
here to
remember the
tell
name.
everybody who they are.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
here to tell people that they were there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
You, some of you already know who you are, so that's one thing. And if you don't know who you are, you will know eventually. It will just have to come through.
Next, we have a question from Stephanie.
Greetings.
Thanks. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Yes, I heard you, but not well.
I was listening to something this morning and they were reporting that every 16 days they're getting some signal from deep space. And I wanted to know if there's anything you can tell us about that. Thank you.
There is yes, there is scientists have discovered a signal from deep space that it reoccurs every 16 days. Now that is something from a species that is very, very far away. They have been sending out signals for a very, very long time, just as your signals are reaching other places from a planet that is not space-worthy yet. These are those kinds of signals.
Can you tell us anything about what kind of message is the signals that they're trying to send to us?
They're just greetings. Hello, is anybody out there? Is there anyone for us to speak to? They're giving some details of their existence, some details of who they are. And that is exactly what you did very early on. You sent out small satellites and things into space that if someone should find them, they will know about Earth. You are also sending signals constantly into space that ask if there's anyone there, and if there is, please talk to us. So this is the same kind of thing, just coming your direction.
So last couple questions. Is this in response to maybe one of those signals we sent out actually reaching them?
No, this is a non-space worthy species that are sending signals out and have not received yours yet. But by the time their signal got to you for the first time, they are now space worthy. So that's how far away they are.
And last question, which species, if you can tell us, is this coming from? And thank you again.
I think they call themselves the 𝗪𝗏𝗏.
I'll let someone else go now. Thank you for being with us again.
Next, we have a question from Kathy.
Hello, greetings. I'm not sure if I know you or not, but you're very familiar to me. I work with Horus when I do Reiki. Am I connected to you in any way?
All peoples of the earth are connected to me at this time. But the thing is, yes, there are some personal connections. I was around a great deal in the Egyptian era, so I knew all of the people that were existing back then. Although I didn't always come as Ptah, the god. I did come as a regular guy sometimes. Okay. In different centuries. We have a longer lifespan. And our times are very different. I can live very quickly. When I come to Earth, it's hundreds of years later, and I've only lived maybe a year. And so I kept very close ties with the planet. When I'm here, I live much slower.
I see. I wasn't aware that I was in the Egyptian times, so.
Yes, you are.
Okay. I'm guessing that most of us here then were.
Yes, most of the people in this room and in this room were.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'll let someone else ask the question.
It was a very important time in your history. Yes.
Next, we have a question from Safira.
Greetings.
Thanks, Ian. I would like to go back to the question you had in the room about the sexuality, because I also heard from a teacher many years ago, a spiritual teacher, that if the male gets to a point of orgasm but holds it back, it prolongs his life, because in the giving out of the sperm, it takes life force away from him. And so there were practices, there are those who practice getting to the point of orgasm, not because it's negative or positive, just because they feel like if they hold it back, it prolongs their life. It's like an elixir in a way. Can you?
Yes, that is not true. It's bad for the prostate to not have orgasms. The thing is, this thought process is tantric in its origin. And tantric is good because what happens is that you're building up the energy for a long period of time sexually, and you do not have to have an orgasm to experience the tantric energy that is being expressed. So instead of having the orgasm, you're expressing all that energy out in a different way. All right?
Yes.
It's still taking away energy from yourself, and it's still taking away your life force. So no matter what they say, if it comes through an orgasm or comes through building this up, you're expressing your life force. It's not going to make you live longer.
Okay, thank you for answering that.
You're welcome.
Next, we have a question from Kat.
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I recently returned from vacation, maybe a month ago or something, and I experienced a skin infection. Last week I received some healing from Rick and Deb, and it works for less than a day, but then seemed to be good, and it actually came back even more stronger. And I don't understand how to heal it. I try to tune into this energy, but it's kind of overwhelmed me. I don't know how to.
Well, you must, when it comes to healing, what happens? Let me describe what happens during a healing. You are wanting a healing. Your belief system is in tune with that or not. That's the first thing. Either your system is attuned with wanting a healing, or it's not in tune with wanting a healing. If you are in tune with wanting a healing, then, all right, that's the first step. Then you get out of your own way and say, I believe, or you don't believe that the healing can happen. You may want the healing. You may be in line with God saying, I want the healing. But when it comes to your belief system, your healing is I'm not sure I can be healed. So
I'm afraid.
Or you're afraid to be healed, or you're afraid of the energy of the healing. What is it?
I think it's a fear of let me see. A fear I cannot get it over with it. It's and the fear of not being totally healed, something like this.
All right. Thank you for saying that. But let me tell you, let's start it again. You come into alignment first that you want to be healed, correct?
Yeah.
Then you have to come into the alignment that you believe you can be healed. And that is where the fear comes in. Because many people fear, I cannot be healed. Many people have great fears that they don't believe that healing is real. They have listened to society. They have listened to many of those around them say, healing isn't real. Miracles aren't real. Things of this nature aren't real. So you can't have it. You must understand that your fear is not something that God wants you to have about healing, because God wants you to be healed. So then the next step is to say, why am I afraid of healing? What? That sounds ridiculous. Why am I afraid to be healed? Why am I afraid? Is it because people don't believe that I can be healed? Or is it because I don't believe I can be healed? Believe it. Open yourself, talk to God and say, God, I want to be healed. I believe I can be healed and I want to be healed. Now, the next step after that is the healing itself. You must accept it into yourself. You must accept healing. You must accept that it is coming. You must accept that it happened already. And if it came back, that's your fear bringing it back. Get rid of that fear. Get rid of that fear. Accept the healing. It healed for a while, right?
Yeah.
Let that healing come through. Do not deny it for yourself. Why? Do you deserve, you think you don't deserve it? Is that another reason why people don't accept healing? I don't deserve to be healed. I am a terrible person, or whatever. You deserve healing. Everyone does. Everyone does. Accept it. What they gave you last week was a gift. They gave you the gift of healing. Now what you have to do is accept that blessing and not deny it. You're denying their blessing if you deny the healing. But you can do that. That's perfectly within your right. But you can also accept it and believe it and embrace it and thank God for it. That's the last thing to do. Once you know that you have had a blessing of some sort, thank God for that healing. Thank God for it so that it becomes also a blessing to God.
Well, I am a blessing to God also, no?
Absolutely. But the healing is a different kind of blessing. One that you haven't accepted yet.
Yeah. Well, it's overwhelming me, and it's something new, and I don't know how to deal with it too much. I mean, I try to in a way it's helping me because it makes me work harder on my in my awareness and into my into the energy that's coming through this affection. But and then I do this awareness work, and then it comes back and it makes me feel doubt. So it's upsetting me. And
you have to learn to rid yourself of this fear, because doubt and fear are from the same place.
Okay. Yeah, well,
remember, God is not one that wants you to be afraid of your life or afraid of anything that you're doing or afraid of healing or afraid of anything that he might be able to give you. So accept it and try to get out of your own way with that fear, because that is something that society and family and all these things have pushed upon you that you may or may not believe, but that is not true. God does not want you to not be healed. He wants that. He wants you to be healed.
how do I integrate the desire of God to be healthy, like me to be healthy? How do I integrate that?
You're making this too complicated. It's very easy. It is accept God as for who he is. If you accept God for who he is, You're already integrated. You're already part of it. You're already in his realm. You're already within his healing nature. Do not overthink this. Too many people analyze healing, analyze the gifts, analyze it, but it's purity. You must accept it's simple. It's your acceptance of it, your knowing of it, that God is there and that he wants you to be healed. That's the simplicity of it. But there's so many other thoughts that come in and muddle around in your head that you don't accept it because you've made it very complex. And it's actually very, very simple. Keep that in mind. I love you. Hopefully you will accept your healing and be one with God in the fact that this fear will go away.
Okay. There were some sentences in your talk, and they contain healing, and I liked it. I liked it.
Yes, I can send you healing. You must accept it though. But healing is yours to accept.
I will accept that. If you help me, I will accept that even more.
Absolutely. Just accept it. It comes naturally. It's virtuous.
I love you too, and thank you very much.
Much love to you. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Next, we're going to take some questions from YouTube. They've been piling up, and we'll probably use the remaining amount of time for the YouTube questions.
All right.
Blessings, Ptah. This is Don. I monitor the YouTube feed.
Greeting.
My question is first, one of my questions is from Joseph Bannigan. I am growing food this year, he says. What is some basic training you can give me for high quality food?
Well, first of all, love and talk to your growing food. Is that what he said?
Yes.
Love and talk to your plants, nurture them not only with fertilizer and water and minerals, but also with your love and virtue, with your love and understanding of what they are, because believe me, plants respond to love and kindness and compassion. And many of you already know that, but when you come out and talk to your plants as you're watering them or as you're giving them fertilizer, as you're caring for them, they will respond in kind and bring you greater gifts.
Thank you. Okay, next one we have is from AJ, and the question here is, how can you better connect with a being to communicate? Sometimes it's hard to tell whether it's them talking or your own imagination.
Remember this, let them talk, and they may say things that your voice would say, but if you are letting go of your thought processes and letting them speak as they want to speak, you will get the information that is necessary for you to move forward.
Thank you. The next one is from, I'm sorry, I don't know the name. Who sent this? Oh, JLo. JLo sent this. I would like to hear your perspective on callings. I have experienced signs of what I desire to explore, but not in totality. Thank you.
Callings, such as spiritual callings?
I'm assuming so.
Carefully to these spiritual callings. They are taking you in the direction of your higher intentions, of your higher expectations, of your higher joys. Callings are just that. They let you know that there is something more for you. They don't tell you everything. They don't outline the way to get there. They just let you know that the Spirit of God or the Spirit is here to let you know that you have a mission with Him, that you have some work that is not yet done. And so pray about what that is. Pray about what he is calling you to. Perhaps you already know that. Is it the ministry? Is it speaking? Is it teaching? Perhaps you already know what you're being called to, but perhaps you don't. So in that case, you need to keep yourself in prayer and surround yourself with protection, because many will try to pull you in different directions out of the way of that of your calling.
Thank you. Okay, this next question is from 𝗪𝗚𝗕𝗓𝗓. It is a pleasure to hear you speak. My question is, will healing technologies come to the public once ascension happens?
They will come to before ascension, actually. There will be some that will come before ascension. Many of you think that ascension is like right on top of you. That is not true. 2012 was not that long ago. Ascension takes time to build. So yes, before you even have ascended to the next level, there will be breakthroughs in technology that will help in many different ways and with many different diseases.
Thank you. Okay, and the next one is from Lily Pad. Do all dreams have real meaning? If so, why is bringing one? If so, why I was bringing more animals to and beings into the earth? Thank you.
All right, all dreams do have some meaning, but not necessarily to the consciousness. They can have meanings to the subconscious, which means this. There is something in the subconscious that wants to make itself aware to the consciousness. And some of these dreams are leading up to that, finding the way to come through, finding a way to express themselves in a way that you can understand. Now, not all dreams are understandable to people. They dream them and they go, I have no idea what that meant. And that is the subconscious preparing you for the later revelation of what these dreams actually are trying to speak to or trying to reveal to you. The animal portion of this dream speaks to your love of animals, speaks to your hatred of the misuse and just horrible treatment of animals. And there is something within you that is trying to reach out and find a way to help them. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I'm not sure exactly the exact meaning of your dream, but animals are something dear to your heart, and you're finding, ooh, I see that you're finding your actual spirit animal as well. So you know what that is already, I think. But these animals are actually letting you know that they are also part of your spirit, also part of your caring. Also, you may have more than one spirit guide that's an animal, because that is you're drawing to them. But remember, dreams are hard to interpret if you're not a dream interpreter. So they can mean many, 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 many things. So let God interpret it for you, because when you have a dream that you actually know what it means, God is revealing something to you.
Okay, and the next question is from AJ. And his question is, what was the true purpose for the creation of humans? What is our reason for existing?
Your reason for existing is to help the universe. And that's the basic reason for your existing. Also to become a species like no other. I could tell you more and more. There's so many things about the human species that are very unique and very, very beautiful. But you must understand and uncover your own beauty. You must understand and uncover your own beauty. But you are a magnificent species.
Thank you. Another question, this is from Nathaniel Martin. My question is, could you share briefly your message on oneness?
Oneness is a pure truth. There is oneness is the greatest of the truths, because as you become one, you become community. As you become one with God, your self is more connected by example to the entire world around you. As you become the example to the world is drawn to you and drawn to that example. Also, the heart and the soul are connected everywhere throughout the universe. And the universe is actually a community created by God. And as oneness occurs in greater amounts, it's a lesson from God, by the way, that you as an individual become part of the group and still we can remain you. You are the community, but you are also you. So this is a very unusual, very difficult concept for you to maybe understand, but you are a community already, but you are an individual already, but you are attached to everything and everyone around you. And as you grow into that unity, that oneness, your awareness, your understanding, your enlightenment become greater and greater, and you are able to perceive more of who God is.
Thank you. I was thinking of a question that Kathy Kelch was asking me earlier in the week, and her question dealt with toning. When she likes to tone, her cats come to her. So perhaps, Kathy, you could come on following me right now and ask that question of Ptah. And I thank you, Ptah, for answering these questions from YouTube. Blessings and namaste.
Thank you, Don. Yes, so just recently I've been using a tuning fork to tone before my meditations for quite a long time. And just recently I started toning verbally Om before my meditations along with the tuning fork. And I noticed that as soon as I start toning, my 3 Sphinx cats, and they, no matter how far away they are or how sound asleep they are, they all come running, and they have such a huge reaction with meowing and purring and pawing at me. I'm just curious to see what that means, if you can enlighten us on it.
You are equalizing the vibrations of the realm. Anyone within earshot of the toning, within the vibration, within the Om, are coming into the same vibration. You are stabilizing one vibration throughout this realm, and this is unifying the animals, the furniture, the air, your spirit. All these things are becoming as one. Talking about oneness, this is one way to bring that to you in even a greater way, is through this vibration, through the vibration of toning. Toning is also healing, and your cats are responding to the healing nature of the toning and are feeling the wonderful healing and comfort that you're bringing to them through this toning exercise. The first thing is the Om is bringing a vibration that's sending out a vibration that equalizes everything, and then your toning brings it in even into a more fine-tuned vibration of everything in the room, everything that exists within the earshot of that vibration.
Wonderful. How beautiful. Thank you for expanding on that. I think we can all benefit from that.
Yes. Toning is a very powerful healing tool. If you intend it for healing, for positivity, it can be very healing to the land, the ocean, the mountains, the streams, the flowers, other people. Many reasons for toning.
So doing it more is actually a good thing.
Yes, there's many uses for it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. They hear my voice now. They
Yes,
now
you can hear
my
them.
voice. They're happy to hear me.
They're not happy that they're on the other side of the door.
Yes, they want to come through.
Yeah.
The vibration changed in the room, that's why.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don, did you have some more questions?
Not offhand, no. I think we've only got about 10 minutes left to go. So even having a closing blessing from Ptah would be lovely. Thank you.
Oh, there's a question in the room here.
Okay.
Come to the microphone, please.
Yeah, we all like to know where certain entities come from, and we know you're from Orion, but what area of Orion are you from?
Well, there's several areas in
Yes.
Orion. There is right now in Orion a sun that is exploding.
Yeah.
Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am.
All right. We are not from that area.
Good, good.
We are from 2 suns left.
All right.
How's that?
So kind of over by Rigel.
Yes. That is what you call it.
Yes.
You're Rigel. That is correct. That is the area that we come from behind that.
Yeah, exactly.
Behind that area of Rigel. Yes.
All right. That is all I wanted to know.
Very well.
I have a question.
Yes. There is another question here.
Just curious. Hi, Barbara. Hi.
Hello.
I'm just curious regarding the Om. Now, I know Oming, what it does when you verbally say it, but what if you do, like when I meditate, I keep it inside me when I Om.
Well, then you are equalizing all the energy within your body.
Okay.
So that is fine. If you let the Om out, it will equalize the energy in the room.
Okay, thank you.
But equalizing your own personal energy is a good positive thing as well. And it does work mentally as well, because there is a vibration of the mind when you think about these things. Remember this, there is no action that can be taken without a vibration occurring. So if you are thinking the Om, it is creating the vibration of the Om within you. And that is a vibration of positivity that is equalizing what is within you. All right?
And we may have time now for one more question from Leela.
Very good.
Blessings to Orion. I hope my home is not exploding on Orion.
No, your home is not exploding. There is a planet in that area that is supernova.
I hope, my dear friend, you can answer this very important question from my friend. Her name is Lini Andrews, and she's on YouTube in this energy field. She lives in England, and that is her question. She has in awake state, she was wide awake and chatting to friends and online, and then she grew a huge white wings from the first of 3 pair of buds either side of her spine. And then wings happened to appear, and then she changed to head and long beak straight after. It was looking like thought. So her question is, what was the vision about?
Her vision was about power, that she's coming into her own power. But be careful with these kinds of visions of power, because you want to embrace the right kinds of power in order to grow and magnify what is positive.
Does she have connection to the King of Atlantis thought?
There are many connections, yes.
Okay. Okay, she'll be very pleased for the answers. Thank you. Thank you. Blessings to Orion. Don't explode too many suns.
The name of the sun that is going supernova is called Betelgeuse, I believe. It's, yeah, well, that's its nickname.
Yes.
But its proper name is Betelgeuse.
You know, can you please bless and give hugs to the young souls in Orion?
Yes, of course.
I am very
I've
attached.
already done it.
Oh yeah, I love them very much. I was talking to them some time ago and I got so attached. So all blessing to the young souls in Orion. Love
Very
from
good.
Gaia. Thank you.
Much love. All right, with that, I am going to go. I need to resurge and recharge.
Would you like to give us a closing blessing?
Of course. One moment, please. I will give it in the ancient Egyptian, for it is the one that powers many of your innards, as I say, souls and lights. Yahyel mo 𝗪𝗪𝗡𝗧𝗘𝗡𝗧 𝗪𝗪𝗡𝗧𝗘𝗡𝗧 Kranzi sanwot bot and bot Uthibian de Balkama Ora Sanzavitcha Nyanyakotcha Frikositsia Nitsuta Kenyakwa Yakwaya Seisha Shambhita.
Ooh, that was good.
Thank you for that, Ptah. And thank you for your presence today.
Thank you, Ptah. Blessings.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Jim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing great. Thank you for another great session.
That was very different. Wow. All right. Who's doing closing blessings?
Well, so far we have Dawn that's going to do a closing blessing, and we're going to take requests now.
I can, Evan.
I can also.
Where did Angie go?
She's in the kitchen hiding.
I can
Dawn
too.
and Ava.
Okay, Dawn, Ava. Anybody in here?
Temple.
And Barbara.
Barbara.
What?
I'll do Angie's.
Oh, Will is going to do one.
Okay. Why don't we start with the people in your room? Let's start with Barbara.
Barbara. Come to the mic. Gaia is sending out light from within, as light is also filtering from God above. Let the light be absorbed within you and fill yourself with it so that you might shine as well.
Okay, and how about Will?
Kutotori sa katini ata ara sa tutur tatkuro tatika takariata kata takuno noro. Atatika atara sa kachichata tatakatanita tataturu hutatika. Chakatatika rata tatituru sa katuru hu. Shasana na hartita tachiatatka. Urana nina ro sotuku. Utut chachachiti to soturu to kanana hari.
There are many blessings all around you if you would choose to find them. There's much light everywhere being given to you if you choose to receive it. You can receive that which you wish to receive. Some of you say that the light is not around, or that you cannot feel the joy, but it is something within you that is blocking that. You must get rid of the things that are bringing you back, holding you back. And you know what those things are for the most part, but you choose to hold on to them. And that is why the light cannot shine as brightly through you as others.
Thank you.
Okay, next we'll go to Dawn.
Thank you, Ian. Shanta of one his a total shield kiki ha. To see what the shit that we all to sneak a pretty shorter. To like a theater create the to shit at Isiko. Misakataro, Katarmia Pushiti, Katanti.
You are all forgiven. Let God break you and melt you into a group solidified and joined together. He wants great unity for you and great love for you, but many of you choose to be rigid. Let him break you. Let him bring you pause.
Okay, next we'll have Eva. Eva, don't forget to unmute.
Sorry, my computer froze for a moment. By the way, today's my birthday. So
Happy birthday!
I'm having so much fun. So anyway, now the blessings. Nambujika la vikash lojikika bola ini bola nika sipash ini vaza kashika bol anya vula gikika jabarika shak. Thank you.
Love and joy and compassion are the keys. Healing will come. Healing is what the world needs. Let all the positive traits reveal themselves within you.
And the last blessing will be done by Temple.
Jataya sana itu bugulu anayata pusatia tu uno sukulonjniata tia ku uno niki idiata ta sototia lo nono pia bojo na ja ia anatu bujo ana zidia ana tekule ana wawa pu uyasut nia ant unia du ushuku pojni ane ku ona leata tia sata io unko unti bujna ana ka atia posoto naniata yasala. Namaste.
People of Earth, we of the abundance of the universe send our blessings to you, our love, our gratitude for what you will become, for what you are to us already. Let us be closer at hand and let God dwell with you as he dwells with us. We know that it is a hard time and many changes are coming, but we are with you and we will continue to be so.
Great, thank you. We'd like to thank all the people who are joining us on YouTube, and we ask that you subscribe, hit the subscribe button. It helps us with our viewing and gets our message out there. If you would like to be in the room with the rest of the members where we can ask questions individually, you can join the webinars for $10 a month. All you need to do is go to Facebook and type in Hucolo, and you subscribe to the private room. And that does it for this week. And like to thank everybody.
Thank you, Ian, and thank you, Dawn, for being great hosts and helping out. So thank you very, very much, and thank everybody for coming. And remember the workshops coming up and the classes coming up. if you're interested, let somebody know so that we can get a hold of you. So love you very much. Have a great day and talk to you soon. I'll be back on March 7th. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Jim. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Actually, Jim, I have you down as participating on February 22nd.
Next week?
Yes.
I'll be going on vacation the day after that, so I can't.
Okay, so I'll double check my schedule with Karen then.
Okay, sorry about that. If I am on there, then I will try to help find somebody to fill that spot.
Okay, I'll double check. Thank you.
Okay, because I'm going on vacation and I will be very busy that day.
Okay.
All right, thanks. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.